everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Face the Music Podcast.
Hello.
We are your we are your hosts. I'm Sarey Savi.
Emanuel Brown.
And today's video is sponsored by Lemon Perfect. Full of flavor, no sugar. Drink more lemons. Look at this. Cheers. Same flavor as 2 weeks ago because this flavor. Same flavor as 2 weeks ago because this shit is bomb, dude. All the flavors are bomb.
Hydrating lemon water. 0 sugar. Full of flavor.
Keto friendly. USDA organic. Non-GMO.
Use what?
USDA.
USDA organic. This
Non-GMO.
USDA.
Yeah, and plastic neutral, certified carbon neutral, certified vegan.
Okay.
Anyway.
They get it.
Hey, I was just trying to give Lemon Perfect their flowers. Come on now. All right. So today we're going to be talking about what is a flopping artiste.
Ooh.
Are you with me? Are you with me? Leave a comment if you're with me. Maybe. Okay.
How would you know?
I wouldn't. That's what I said. So seriously, today I wanted to talk about a very important issue.
Okay.
That is relevant every single day in the music industry. By the way, I'm wearing a two-piece, y'all. Can we just give it up for the two-piece? Luckily, no one's sitting behind me because people will probably be able to see my ass crack. And we don't want that, especially around straight guys. Anyway.
Too much information.
So, I have been saying this term. When did you first see the term flop? Yeah, in relation to music. When was the first time you seen that?
Had to be a long time ago. Maybe like 2005, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been around for that long?
Absolutely. In hip hop, people talk about artists flopping all the fucking time.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't see or really understood like what the general public defines as what flop artists are until maybe just a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So, do you want to break down to the people what a flopping artist is, or should I do that?
I think you should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, to me, what I have learned a flopping artist is an artist who has a successful release, right?
Yes.
Single, album, whatever, right? It goes to the moon. Boom. They just go crazy. People love it. Oh my God, they're so fucking amazing. Yeah. And then when they drop that next single or that next album, crickets. Maybe I can insert some cricket noise right now.
Right.
And then that's it.
I mean, that's pretty much, pretty much sums it. So basically, an artist who's first, who has generally done well on a metric level, right? So whether that's charting,
right,
streaming, sales,
video views, merch, touring, all
of those things. Yeah, can sell great tickets on tours and shit.
Right.
For shows.
Right.
And then the next thing comes out or whatever, and it's not as commercially successful. And so people automatically assume this artist is that was the peak.
Yeah, which is why they are worried about the sophomore slump. Because they'd be like, oh, the debut album has to be everything. And then it's like the second album is like, people are like, are you really that person?
Yeah.
Are you really that bitch? As you would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah. So, okay, let's dissect this for a second. Okay. Because we want to give y'all the artist's point of view on what Emanuel and I would consider flopping, right?
Yep.
The general public likes to look at shit and be like, focus on surface level things. And with artists, obviously, it's much more than that.
Right. And to be clear, the surface level thinking is warranted from people who do not know and understand the business and what success may look like.
Yeah. I'm a little unforgiving, but sure.
He's very unforgiving.
Yeah, I just fuck you. Anyway, so let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. Well, first of all,
we're matching.
We are.
That's crazy.
Wait, is that your merch?
Absolutely. I mean, it's on the hat too. What are you talking about?
What is wrong with you?
Branded all the time. Walking billboard, Emanuel
He's so
Brown.
Stupid.
I don't give a fuck. If you don't like it, deal with it. Anyways.
Well, I guess I got to deal with it.
Yep.
So, I hate flopping artists. I hate the term.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck is to say, first of all, who the fuck knows what my goals are?
Right.
What the fuck does success... My definition as an artist of success, just like a lot of the artists that y'all listen to on a day-to-day basis, their definition of success and flop is, I'm sure, completely different.
Absolutely.
Than what people think. I hate that term because I feel like it's not, I just feel like it's not appropriate. I just feel like it's so derogatory.
Tell us about it. Tell us why it's derogatory, Sarey.
It's derogatory because I feel like if an artist is doing great work, why do any of those things matter? Why do any of the metrics matter?
Right. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Granted, people have taste. Granted, some artists have a lane. Right? Some artists have like some sort of lane. Don't do that. Because when you do that, it's like you stir that pot. Like you're just like getting ready to like say some shit. You getting ready to preach like you in church, bitch. So
it's a fact.
Yeah, so I just feel like it's one of those things where it's like, I know that I have seen fan bases. And this goes for Twitter, because Twitter's toxic as fuck, dude. On Twitter, people are harsh. There's some keyboard warriors on all social media, but especially Twitter. I don't know what you hoes are doing on Twitter. Y'all hoes is brave to be username fucking Akana 64502000, and it's a photo of some fucking, like something that's not you. It's like a dog or some shit.
Kitty litter toe cheeks or some shit.
And you have the nerves to talk shit about my career, bitch, when my face is out there, ho. So now, I've seen fan bases that get really frustrated when an artist kind of strays away from their lane, right? So if there's like I don't know, I don't want to name a particular artist because I feel like there are crystal clear, like, things that you can point out about what an artist's lane, I think, is. Not all the time, but there are some, especially the icons, especially like Britney Spears. Like, you're going to expect something that's pop. You're going to expect, electronic music.
Right.
And it's going to be danceable. It's going to make you feel, it's just going to make you feel good. And so, it's kind of like, I've seen fan bases that get so frustrated when an artist decides that they no longer identify with that. And so they switch to something else, and I don't know if my fan base even feels this way about me, which if you do, leave a comment below, let me know. Because I switch between worlds a lot. House, pop music, and R&B, I switch a lot. And 3 different genres. But earlier, you were kind of that ugly ass laugh, that stupid ass smirk that you do whenever, and then you do this, and then you're just like, and it's just like, so what were you gonna say? How do you feel about the term flopping artist?
I don't like it because I don't think what people consider a flopping artist even makes sense. Because think about it, right? Insert the preach moment, right? As he was saying. For you to have made it to a level where you have fans, millions and millions of fans, sold millions and millions of records, have toured across the world, right? Been on the biggest award shows, had commercial success, and then your next record meaning album, right?
If you even get there.
If you even get there, does half of what your initial one did, you still have all those fans that other artists do not have. So how did you flop?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. And I think that kind of proves the point, right?
In the episode.
But seriously.
Yeah. Like, seriously, how did you flop? Like, you can't. Like, I mean, yes, people may not have liked your second album in comparison to your first. But when people have an introduction to you for the first time and they find something that they fell in love with, a lot of fans, general public, do not know that the music that they're hearing when they first fell in love with said artist may have been 6 months old, a year old.
I've seen a meme. I don't know if it was Esther Dean. Shout out to fucking Esther. Oh, I love
songwriter legend.
Esther Dean. I think she was the one who said it. She has this on her YouTube channel.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Y'all go look this up.
It's fire.
It's on Esther Dean's YouTube channel, iconic songwriter, where she talks about a little bit about like how songs on the radio that people are trying to copy was actually recorded probably 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She gave a really good example. So for those of you, I think a lot of viewers know who she is, but her name is Selena Gomez. I'm sure a lot of you know her. So she had a song that came out years ago called "Come and Get It," which Esther Dean wrote.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And Esther Dean talked about one of the episodes how she wrote that song years before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, it kind of just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, to your point about records, performing half metrically, it's kind of like, I want to ask the viewers this, and I want to know in the comments what they think. Why does that matter? Why does metrics matter to people so much? Why do we focus on that? Because Spotify is what's the word I'm looking for? They are notorious.
Well, if you want to be blatantly honest, YouTube is really to blame. Because they started it all with the whole numbers and metrics and views and all that stuff and comments. If you don't have views and comments and blah, 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 like.
And then it comes to the algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how like a lot of people have put so much weight on how many records you've sold. How many views does it have? How many streams does it have?
Right.
How many fans do you have? And all of this can be fabricated, by the way.
Right.
All of this can be fabricated. So a lot of y'all motherfuckers out there really ain't got any fans anyways.
Oh my God. Why would you say that?
They don't.
You're so rude.
But I'm honest.
The fuck? That's honest.
But I mean, so like some of your favorite rappers are using fake bots.
Fuck you, Emanuel.
Fake singers.
Fuck you.
Using fake bots to blow their numbers up. And then when they sell tickets,
how dare you?
Don't nobody show up to their show.
How dare you do that? How dare you make me feel like my 50K and my 10 comments and 100 likes ain't shit?
Can I just make a point real quick?
Yes.
Can I make a serious point?
Yes.
Serious point, right?
Serious.
I want people to think about this for a second. If you go to Sarey's Instagram right now and you look at his following, right? You look at his following. I might try to put it on the screen if I can figure out how to do that. And you look at his following, and then you look at other people's followings who've had bigger followings, bigger streams, blah, blah, blah than you, right? Some of them don't have half of the accolades you have, and they wouldn't get a sponsorship.
By who?
By Lemon Perfect. Hydrating lemon water.
Yes, it just makes you want to,
Full of flavor.
Lemon Perfect.
No sugar.
No sugar. Ooh. So,
Yeah, drink it. And I mean, it's also one of those things where it's like, it's very interesting because...
Why is it interesting? This is how you know this man is about to get into it. Get into it, yeah. Please don't copyright strike us for that.
Yeah, please don't. But it's interesting because it's like, What happened to? There was a time where music was more about what the impact was, how it made you feel, than what the views do. Because now
Wow.
I hear people be like, "Oh man, this got this many views. He sold this many records. That's why he's popping or she's popping." And it's like, but is the music good?
Mm.
Right?
That's fucked, dude.
Because you talk about your favorite artist, and we're gonna continually talk about. I mean, one of my favorites is J. Cole, and he said on a song with 21 Savage, it's called "A Lot."
Mm.
He said, how many of you faking their streams? They're not as big as it seems." You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's just like a quote he said, like,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's like, there's so much smoke in the mirrors.
There
right?
is.
And even if you are having it all and everything's working, if you have genuine people who will buy your merch, come to your shows, stream your music,
Mm-hmm.
all these type of things, show up for video premieres, whatever, you get their emails, their phone numbers, all this stuff. That's where the real value is the impact that you're making for people important.
But and there's another piece to that is that it's fucking up the next generation of musicians.
Absolutely.
When
Talk
yo, why? So a lot of labels that I work with and a lot of producers that I work with, who work at these labels are like, it needs this amount of streams. That's how they define success.
Yeah.
And it's so sad because with all of this talk about social media playing into this and like TikTok and, going viral, is like the goal for a lot of people now. Like people want to go viral and, they think that the virality
Yep.
is going to carry them,
Nope.
right? And the crazy part is that you see artists who get dropped from their labels, and then when they start posting again or they start releasing their own records independently, you really start to see the truth.
Two things, right? So one, I what's the word? I challenge the viewers. I challenge anybody who thinks that being signed or having a major label backing means that things will naturally work out for you. Having money means that you will get fans will work out for you. I challenge you to go look up it's public access. Go Google any record label, major record label. Go Google Atlantic Records. Look at their artist roster and see how many artists on that roster you know.
You actually have said this before. You actually say that pretty often.
It's a fact. I've done it, and I've looked at 50 artists on that roster, and I've been like, I don't know 40 of them.
Right.
And they just get shelved. They never drop because they have one single that goes well, and then because the metrics aren't hitting, they're deemed a failure.
And the label doesn't want to invest in them.
Yeah, I mean, and then on the independent side, like if your streaming numbers aren't 50,000, 100,000, blah, 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 then you're not successful, right? And that's crazy, right? Because I know so many, your numbers do not define your success.
No.
We have made thousands of dollars at our level putting on shows, selling merch, you know what I'm saying? Building a community, putting out videos.
Yeah.
It is very possible to be successful. Now, second thing, flopping artists. Back to that, right?
Yeah.
J. Cole. I'm a J. Cole fan, right? I love a lot of artists, but I love J. Cole. Right? It's one of my favorites of this generation, last 10, 15 years. I digress. He dropped his first two albums. First one's called A Sideline Story, right? People hated it. A lot of the fans hated it. They were like, oh, just because J. Cole was like doing mixtapes for a long time, and like the true stands like myself, they were like, yo, this is fire. Like, it's substance, you know what I'm saying? But they were like, he ain't got that commercial hit. He don't have that hit. And then he did, his hit was called Who Dat, right? Which is a song he did off his first album. And then people were like, oh, that's not it, right? And then he did Born Center, and he did, what was the fucking song he did that people were tripping about? He did another, I can't remember right now, but he did another song on his second album, and people were like, oh, this album's better, but it's still not a hit. And then on his third album, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, right? He didn't put out any singles. He didn't do any commercial ready tracks. He just dropped the album. And it's the best thing that's ever happened to him. And he's gained more impact, more respect as an artist from just across everyone because of the music and him not chasing, not being, you know, a relevant artist or chasing the streams and the metrics, not worried about flopping, even though he did it twice. But he still had the foundation of people who loved what he did.
Yeah.
To carry him now 10 plus years after the fact.
Yeah. But here, the thing about it though is like no one ever made an impact without doing something different.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So when too much people are doing the same thing, when too much people are trying to get the same amount of streams, when too much people are trying to work with the same label, when too much people are trying to sound like another artist, it's already been done. There's already a Dua Lipa.
There's already a Drake, motherfuckers. You can't make another Drake, all right?
There's already a Migos.
Stop it. He's already there. You can't do it. You can't make another Migos,
So
Dua Lipa, Ava Max. Cut it out.
Right. So it's like you might as well just be yourself. And I get it. Like you can be influenced by artists, you know, which is very, very relevant.
Absolutely.
Let me add. But I also think like artists, I want us to bring back impact. I want us to normalize saying I want us to normalize when people used to talk about music, you know, and just go crazy through word of mouth, you know, rather than I gotta have 1,000 comments on this music video teaser I'm about to put out, you know, or whatever. I miss that.
Now, with that said, where I will slightly disagree with you is because that still is a form of word of mouth.
That is,
you know what I'm saying? Because like you can be like, because you'll send me music and like, let me just tell y'all how we work. Sarey will send me music and not say anything. But just send me a link. Send me a link and I'll be like, and I'll be like, ooh, this must be good.
And it is.
Right? And it is.
I have good taste, bitch.
It is. He does. So like, you know, sometimes that's another form of word of mouth now.
Yeah, it is.
Than just people getting in the car and be like, yo, listen to this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like, that's the most powerful form of promotion there is.
At least in the digital age.
Period. I mean, like, if
Period.
Like, period. Because I mean, you're gonna trust somebody's opinion.
That's true.
Over let me just speak for you.
Yeah.
You're gonna trust the opinion of people who are close to you over people who just see the numbers.
Right.
Right. And then like we gotta stop acting like just because the numbers are there, it means that it's good.
Right, because I know some motherfuckers out there who have the ugliest fucking cover art you ever seen in your life. 800,000. I'm thinking about one particular artist in mind, and he doesn't deserve the clout. So we're just gonna leave it as is. But he got an ugly ass cover art and somehow like 800,000 streams. And I listened to the song. I'm like, you paid for this shit. You paid for these motherfucking
We're gonna get
streams.
into that too one of these days.
Yeah, we will. But for me, there is no such thing.
I agree.
There's no such thing as flopping artists.
I agree.
Because you don't know my goals.
Absolutely.
You don't know what I'm trying to work towards. So how are you going to tell me I'm flopping when you don't know what I got going on?
Like you said, everybody's vision of success is different.
It's different.
Yeah.
And my vision is, you know, I mean,
talk about it.
So
Talk
much.
about what is in the simplest form. Did I say simplest? Simplest?
No. I said simplest because my English
simplest.
is simplest. Yeah. Simplest. Yeah.
Simplest form.
Yeah.
I can talk. Simplest form.
Yeah.
What is your version of success?
My version of success is being able to go on tour and sell out everywhere that I go. But not only that, but my version of success is being able to have the opportunity, the blessing to be recognized as a songwriter who other people want to have their songs written from.
Ooh, so you're trying to dream it. The dream, Meghan Trainor.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think to me, success is when people recognize your work and they're like, I know if I hire him, I don't even have to think about it. Like, I know it's gonna, whatever he does, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be gold, not in certification, like music industry certification, but gold as in like, this is going to be a timeless record that people, regardless of how it does, people are going to like DM me and be
Yeah.
like, this song
Yeah.
changed my life, or this song, I
Absolutely.
feel like you spoke what I was going through.
The impact will always win because those people always come back.
Exactly.
They always come back.
Exactly.
I did a show one time where I did a song that I cried when I was writing it, called "Can't Stop Me." It's a very reflective
Oh,
song.
I love that song.
Thank you
Go
so
stream
much.
that song if you haven't
Go
heard
check it out.
Oh,
It's
better
actually
yet, buy it.
that too. It's actually the intro to our podcast.
Yes.
But the instrumental is. But I did a show and there was a girl there who like I do this little blurb when I do that show. Or that song.
Yeah.
And she I was like picking on her. And then come to find out like her dad had just died. Like her dad had just died like 2 weeks before, and like she was just like, you spoke to me because like my dad used to tell me everything you said, like how I can go be anything I want to be. Like that impact of music is everything, at least for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that proves that what we're saying holds value.
Right.
That value she will never forget.
No.
And not because of me, but because of what it made her remember about her father.
Mm-hmm. Which
Right?
is so impactful.
Exactly.
It's so personal.
Exactly.
And that's what makes the music great.
Exactly.
Okay, so then what to you, if you could sum it up
Mm-hmm.
in like, I don't know, 1 or 2, 3 sentences, what is a flopping artist to you?
I don't think there's such thing as a flopping artist.
Okay.
Because if you've made it to a point where you can do everything like we said, like touring, you know, I mean, even if you tour in a small leg, a leg of a tour is like it could be 7 days, 14 days, and then boom, you take a break, go back out.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know.
Thank you.
If you're able to do that and you're able to get people to listen to your music, to press play, to support, if you can make a living off your music,
Doesn't matter how big you are.
Yeah, it doesn't
matter. As
matter.
long as you're doing it full time.
Exactly. You're not
that should be the goal.
Even if you're not doing it full time, for people to invest in what you have done, to press play once, to get that 0.0000000.
We're looking at you.
To get that, that stream. Somebody had to care.
Right.
To press play once.
Whether or not they liked it.
Exactly. So like I don't think that's possible. Now, I think there is levels to success. Right?
Yeah.
But why do we have to talk about flopping? Like because you didn't. Yeah, that's irrelevant.
But you know what I will say? Maybe there is such thing as a flopping artist. Maybe a flopping artist is someone who gives up. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I agree. You just sort of changed. You just hit something. Maybe a flopping artist is someone who doesn't really love what they're doing, and they do it just to get fame or get money.
Quick, a cash grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I think it's one of those things where it's like, I think I will say this. I don't think anybody, I think if you reached one person or a million, I don't think that you're a flop. I think that, and I don't even think if you're, I just feel like if you, the world is depending on you. There are people out there who need you.
Right.
I think about it like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If I keep doing it, I have a small following for now.
Right.
But I know that there are people out there who need to hear me.
Absolutely.
And that's how I think about it.
Who want to hear you.
Who want to hear me.
Yeah.
And so I think the only time for me, what I would consider a flop for myself is if I just gave up one day. But I just feel like, why?
Yeah.
I don't think that people who are blessed with the talent to do music, who have a great voice, note that I said great, and not just, voice.
I love it.
Is, if you were blessed with a great voice, if you have some sort of talent in the art world, I feel like you were meant to you were meant to fulfill a purpose that's bigger than you.
Right.
And I feel like you should take that and run with that.
Gotcha.
I agree.
So,
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all in all, there really is no, I mean, virtually there's no flopping artist. It's more just like, where are you at in your career?
Yeah.
And I think that's the important lesson here, that from the musician perspective,
Mm-hmm.
that we would like all of you to know.
Yeah.
For you bitches that didn't know. And
Yeah.
now you know. Now you know. I can't say the word after that. But
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Thank you. So that being said, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate y'all. Make sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and we'll answer
Yeah.
them to the best of our ability. And
We
if,
drop.
yeah.
Shit.
What?
We drop every other Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
Every
Face
other
the
Tuesday.
Music
That's 2 weeks.
podcast
2 weeks
every
from
2
now.
weeks.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Pacific Standard Time.
Turn the motherfucking notifications on.
Right.
Stop
We want to
fucking
see y'all
playing.
come back for the next
Stop
episode.
playing.
Right. The next episode is going to be a special 1 hour episode.
Ooh.
And it's you know, we're going to have a special guest. So stay tuned for that. But
Yeah.
until next time, thank you so much. Oh, wait, hold on. Shout out Fibonacci Studio.
Yes.
Fibonacci Studio. Robert! He's behind the camera.
Yeah.
Smiling, working, because the man is busy all the time.
Busy and paid.
Busy and paid.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I wish I was fucking paid. I'm busy. Not that much paid, but whatever. Anyway, fuck that.
Dead.
Love y'all, and we will see you in 2 weeks at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
We're just gonna hold it. Just hold it for a second.
Like this.